The comfort zone is a trap. The comfort zone feels safe and familiar. It's where we stick to what we know, avoiding risks or challenges. While it may feel secure, staying in the comfort zone limits our growth. It's like standing still while the world moves forward. You think you're protecting yourself, but in reality, you're missing opportunities to discover what you're capable of. Fear is the main reason we cling to comfort. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. These fears convince us that stepping out isn't worth the risk. But what we often forget is that fear can be a sign we're on the verge of something great. If you always avoid what scares you, you'll never uncover your true potential. When you push yourself into uncomfortable situations, you force your mind and body to adapt. This is where growth happens. Whether it's learning a new skill, speaking in front of an audience, or taking on a challenging project, the discomfort you feel is a sign you're evolving. Growth never comes without effort, and effort requires stepping into the unknown. Well, look at anyone you admire, an entrepreneur, an artist, a leader. Their success didn't come from staying comfortable. They took risks, faced challenges, and dealt with failure. Stepping out of their comfort zone wasn't just a choice, it was a necessity. These stories remind us that the path to greatness is paved with uncertainty and bold decisions. The longer you stay in your comfort zone, the smaller it gets. You start avoiding more things, and soon, what was once easy becomes intimidating. It's like a muscle you don't use, it weakens. On the other hand, the more you challenge yourself, the stronger your ability to handle discomfort becomes. Each step out of your comfort zone expands your capacity for growth. Opportunities don't knock on your door while you're sitting comfortably. They're out there waiting for you to reach for them. The best opportunities often require you to stretch yourself, to take a risk, meet new people, or venture into unfamiliar territory. If you're too afraid to leave your comfort zone, you'll never know what opportunities you're missing. One of the biggest fears of stepping out of your comfort zone is the possibility of making mistakes. But mistakes are not failures, they're lessons. Every mistake teaches you something valuable, something you can use to improve and grow. Instead of fearing mistakes, embrace them as a natural part of stepping into new territory. The more you step out of your comfort zone, the more confident you become. Each time you face a challenge and overcome it, you prove to yourself that you're capable. Confidence doesn't come from staying safe, it comes from taking risks and succeeding, even in small ways. Over time, what once felt terrifying becomes second nature. When you step out of your comfort zone, you're not just transforming yourself, you're inspiring others to do the same. People around you see your courage, your determination, and your growth, and it motivates them to take their own steps forward. By pushing your boundaries, you set an example that change and progress are possible. The biggest rewards in life go to those who are willing to take risks. Whether it's starting a business, pursuing a dream, or speaking up for what you believe in, the world recognizes and values courage. Playing it safe may feel secure, but it rarely leads to extraordinary outcomes. Risk takers are the ones who change the game. Imagine looking back on your life and realizing you stayed in your comfort zone the whole time. Regret doesn't come from trying and failing, it comes from not trying at all. When you step out of your comfort zone, you may stumble, but at least you'll know you gave it your all. That's a life worth living. Stepping out of your comfort zone doesn't mean diving into the deep end immediately. It starts with one small, deliberate step. Try something new, speak up in a meeting, or take on a project that challenges you. Each small action builds momentum, and before you know it, you'll find yourself in places you once thought were impossible. No one else is living your life but you. Every decision you make, every action you take shapes the direction of your journey. Blaming others or circumstances for where you are only robs you of your power. The first step to taking responsibility is realizing that you have control over your choices, even when life throws challenges your way. Excuses are easy to make, but they do nothing to move you forward. They may provide temporary comfort, but in the long run, they only delay progress. Instead of finding reasons why something can't be done, focus on what you can do to change your situation. When you stop making excuses, you start finding solutions. We all have a past, and many of us have faced hardships or made mistakes. But those experiences don't have to dictate where you're going. Taking responsibility means letting go of the blame game, whether it's aimed at others or yourself. Your past is a chapter, not the whole book. What matters now is what you do with the lessons you've learned. Every choice you make, big or small, shapes your life. When you take responsibility, you stop saying, "I had no choice," and start acknowledging the power of your decisions. Even when things don't go as planned, owning your decisions teaches you accountability and helps you grow. Each decision is an opportunity to learn and refine your path. No one is coming to save you. Waiting for someone else to fix your problems or make things better is a waste of precious time. Taking responsibility means becoming your own hero. It's about taking initiative, whether that's learning a new skill, seeking help when needed, or finding ways to overcome obstacles. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Life is full of unpredictable events, but your reactions are entirely within your power. Whether you choose to react with anger, patience, determination, or defeat is up to you. Taking responsibility for your emotions is just as important as taking responsibility for your actions. Pointing fingers might make you feel better in the moment, but it doesn't solve the problem. When you blame others, you give away your power to change the situation. Taking responsibility means looking at what you can do to make things better, regardless of who or what caused the issue. Taking responsibility requires brutal honesty. You have to look at your life and admit where you've fallen short. It's not about self-criticism, it's about self-awareness. Being honest with yourself allows you to identify areas where you can improve and take meaningful steps to grow. Once you take responsibility, you can start setting goals for the future. But goals mean nothing without action. Taking responsibility means showing up for yourself every day, even when it's hard. Break down your goals into actionable steps and take them one by one. Progress may be slow, but it's progress nonetheless. Holding on to resentment, whether toward others or yourself, only holds you back. Taking responsibility means letting go of the blame and focusing on what you can control. Resentment weighs you down and prevents you from moving forward. Forgiveness, both of others and yourself, is a powerful act of taking back your life. When you take responsibility, you're also in charge of recognizing your successes. Don't downplay your achievements, no matter how small they seem. Each step forward is a reflection of your efforts and your willingness to take charge. Celebrate your wins as proof that taking responsibility leads to progress. When you own your life, you gain freedom. Freedom to make choices, to change direction, to redefine success on your terms. Taking responsibility isn't a burden, it's an opportunity to shape your life into what you want it to be. It's about realizing that you have the power to influence your outcomes and create a future that aligns with your vision.